morning students. In this session we are going to discuss about how to create an emulator in the second unit. So Android application design essentials. So myself Dr. N. Shirisha, Associate Professor from CSE Department, MLR Institute of Technology. So in this session we are going to discuss these topics. So how to create an emulator. Emulator is where it is used for executing your program where in the virtual device, means as I told you, as I have shown you in the previous classes, we have seen the output of the program in the emulator itself, the virtual Android mobile device that I am going to show you in the Android Studio. That is nothing but an emulator. So how to create an emulator we will discuss, and APK file generation and running techniques, then working with XML and Java files. This is an activity where how to work with your XML files and the Java files, and I have taken an example of activity_main.xml. If you see, every activity for every application, it will be activity_main 1, 2, like that. You can just number it to differentiate between the different XML or different activities. Okay, so here we have taken again a linear layout. We have closed the linear layout. In XML, every starting tag we will be having a ending tag. Every starting tag will be having the ending tag. So linear layout, and linear layout is taking a mandatory fields or parameters, layout width and layout height. So initially layout should be having match parent, so we have given match parent as a value, and one XML namespace for the Android we have given. Then two different components we have used. So one component is edit text, the second component is a button. So we are using these two components. Okay, these two components are used. One is the edit text and the other one is the button. So these two components are used in this program. Edit text, where you can edit the text, you can give the text by entering from the keyboard. So this is where we are giving a wrap content. How much text you are displaying, that much amount of width can be used by the application. Similarly, height also. And hint, enter your message. We are giving hint, like whenever you have a application like this, and you will get a text box like edit text box, and here you will be getting a hint called enter your message. That is a hint. Now, ID means what? You may use multiple edit text boxes. So here we are giving only single edit text, that's the ID. ET1 we have given. So every component should be given a unique ID to extract it from the activity_main.xml and to use it in your Java program. So this is a button where you are using layout width, layout height, wrap content, and text is the submit button, and ID is the B1 that we have given. Okay, so this is a Java program where we are making use of both the components that we have used in the activity_main.xml. So this part is common for every program. So as we are going to use intents here, so we are making use of that package name as intent, and Android X app compact activity. Okay, app compact activity we are using because all the interfaces and classes which all belong to app compact activity are used in our class. And intent, bundle, view, button, edit text, these are the different components we have, and also whatever the other components you are using, you can also add those to these libraries. Then main activity extends app compact activity. So what are the two components that we have used? One is the edit text, the second is the button. So these two are the classes which are available in your app compact activity, which are being implemented using your main activity. So you're extending from app compact activity, you're making use of both the classes into your main activity. So edit text and button. So we are giving one of the object ET and B. These are the objects for edit. ET is object for edit text, B is object for button. Now again, this will be common for every program. Okay, as you all know. And here whatever ET is there, that object should be saved with the ID. So find view by ID is a method where whatever the ID we have given here, ET1 and B1, these two are extracted here using find view by ID, r.id.et1, r.id.b1. So these two are saved in ET and B. Now B dot set on click listener. Now what is the action of any button? Button should be clicked. When a button is clicked, it has to undergo some action. So to get out that action should be performed, so what we are doing is set on click listener. Set on click listener, new object can be created using a new view on click listener. So you will get on click method up to here because your Android application is automated. You get automatically. Then after this, you have to use intent I, new intent. There are two activities we have used in this example. So main activity of this means what? This particular program. Main activity 2 means what? The next program, because intent will be extracted between two activities. This is activity 1, this is activity 2. So if you have to move from one activity to other activity, then we have to make use of these intents. So these intents are created using what? Intent I, intent class, okay, and the object is created I object, and new intent, we are passing to this intent what? Two things. So all the number of activities that you are going to give, number of main activities that you are going to use. So this represents the current main activity. Main activity 2 dot class means the next main activity. So I dot put extra. I means what? I is a object for your intent. I dot put extra. Put extra will take two parameters. One is the key for the text that you are going to display. Edit text is where it takes some text, right? Say suppose MLR. So when I am giving MLR, this will be converted, this text whatever you have entered will be retrieved by ET and it will be stored in the ET of my edit text, and that object will convert it to string. So dot to string. Now my key one is having what? This MLR, whatever the input that you are giving. So then you have to start every intent using the start activity. Start activity of I. I means what? Your intent. Okay. Then this is my second activity. So second activity is what? When you are taking two different activities. So here edit text you have taken MLR and some button is there. Okay. Submit. Okay. So when you are submitting here, whatever the text that you have taken in the ET, that is going to display here. This is MLR. Okay. To display any text, what should be happen? You have to use which component? That is a view text. Okay. That means text view. Text view component. Okay. So Android or layout width, layout height, and one more ID we are giving for the text view. This is what? Activity underscore main 2. Okay. And for this you need to write again the Java part, right? So this is our Java part for the activity 2. And the activity 2, how many components we have? One component. What is that one component? Text view, TV. So activity 2 extends app compact activity, create, this is common, set content view. And to this TV, what you are sending? The ID of your activity underscore main. This is TV1. So that TV1 you are sending here. Now, intent I is equal to get intent. Get intent means what? It is retrieving the intent information, because when you have to navigate from one activity to other activity, first activity is taking some text and that text need to be extracted by the second activity. So for that we are using get intent, and bundle B is equal to get extras. Put extras will take the intent information. Get extras will take the again the whatever you have used to put extra there in the first intent, that can be retrieved using this get extras. Now string str is equals to b dot get string. So b dot get string means what? Whatever the key that you have been used in this activity, I mean in this intent, put extra key 1. So this key 1 should be used to extract the information in your second activity. Now what is your second activity? This one. So here you can use this key 1 and that can be extracted using get string. Okay. Now what is B? Bundle. So your activities, both the activities main activity 1, main activity 2 or both combined or binded together using this bundle B. Okay, then tv.setText. Now what is the text that you need to set in your second activity? Whatever the text that you have given in the first activity. So for that you are giving what? Set text of str. Okay, so this is about both the activities and two main.java, main activity.java, and for these two to get binded, so we have to use a Android manifest file to do some changes. If you see in the anatomy of your Android Studio, where we have seen for every application, we have to follow the anatomy and you have to save all the programs in the anatomies. So here we have a manifest file where you can get it from the manifest folder. There if you open it, we have to include this part. So you will be having application root tag and activity parent tag, and also child tags intent filter should be added. What is the use of intent filter? Whenever you are using intents, what is the Android name? For this intent filter, what is the name that you are giving? And what is the category that you have to use? Means from one activity to other activity, it has to launch multiple activities. So for that, we have to use this intent filter. And these activities are common because apart from main activity 1, we are also using main activity 2. So in this activity, we are going to give activity Android name dot main activity 2. So these are the changes we have to make in the Android manifest file. So let us see the execution of how these are being used. So this is main activity 1 where we have given one edit text and the other one is a button. Then we have given a logic for that where we have given a intent with some text with key 1, and also main activity 2, there we are using the key 1 and it is extracted in activity 2. And this is the manifest file where we have given intent filter. So whatever I have discussed in the class, that I'm showing it here. And this is the activity where we have used the text view to get that component. I mean, whatever the text that user is going to enter in the activity 1, that is need to be displayed in the activity 2. So to display and to make it visible to the users, we have to use a text view component. So this is the text view component that we are going to use. Okay. Now, and how to create an emulator. Emulator, you will be having, I'll show you this execution. You'll be having multiple devices. Okay, you can click on select multiple devices. This is where we are talking about creating the emulator. So I told you in this session we are going to discuss about working with different XML and Java programs along with creating the emulator also. So emulator creation can be shown hands-on. So here these are the devices. You can select any of the device. Okay, and just click OK. Okay, so whatever you wanted to select, these are already there. Okay, these are already 3 are there here, so we are selecting them. And if you wanted to select a particular device, then you have to select that particular device here. If you wanted to create some device like this, then go to device manager, create device. So when you create any emulator, when you wanted to create any emulator, just click on create device. Either phone, tablet, all these are the devices that supports emulator. So phone only we are taking because we are talking about Android Studio. So here whatever these are the different various pixel versions are there according to the size, so that we can consider and we can take them. Then just if you wanted to click next, and here you have whatever the APIs that are been supporting different versions of mobile application. So you will just select whatever the mobile applications that you want, then click next, and just click finish. Then your AVD will be ready. It will get installed. So as I have installed already, I am not installing now. This is the way to create any emulator device. Now just run your program. So Gradle build is running. So when your Gradle build is running, so all your activity, both the activities and your manifest file, and also both the main activities also will be bundled together, binded together. Then launch succeeded. Now your application has been launched in your emulator. Now just I am zooming this. Here enter your message, as we have given a hint, it is getting displayed. Now just give here anything. Okay, just click on submit. This is my first intent. Okay, from this activity to next activity it has to move. Now click on submit. This is my second activity. Okay, in the second activity we have only given text view. So whatever you have been entered in the first activity, that is displayed in your second activity. So this is how intents are used. There are different types of intents that we will be discussing in the coming classes, and today we have discussed about how to work with different XML programs and different Java programs, and how to bind all together, and how to work with the intents, means navigation between the activity to activity, and also along with the creation of files, creation of your emulator. Okay, so when you have created an emulator, there are to run the APK file also, how to generate a APK file. So okay, go to build, and in build you have build APK, build bundles or build APK. So here just you can ensure that you will get build APK, so that your APK files can be built. So what is the APK file is? So here you could see, this is what we got, right? Logo, and this is logo is used. Okay, so APK file has been generated. Okay, so if you click on locate, it will locate to a folder where your APK file got generated. So this APK file is used to deploy into your mobiles, so that this application can be deployed directly into your Android phone. So this is how the APK file can be generated. Okay, so getting back to the PPT. So as we have discussed that in this session we are going to discuss about creating an emulator. So I have shown you how to create an emulator. Then APK file generation. So APK file has been generated. Just you have to connect your phone to your PC. Then just deploy that APK file to your mobile phone. Directly you will get that logo in the mobile phone. So you can execute it. And working with XML and Java file is also done. Hope you all understood. Thank you all.